Digital rights management objective is to control access to information. It does this by controlling the devices media is played on, controls which users can access the media, and attempts to prevent copying and distribution. Depending on your needs, will determine which of these or all of these you will use. Even though you can put complex digital rights management solutions in place, the needs of your company may only require proper security and a good firewall. Digital rights management's main objective is to ensure that your data is only used for the purpose it was intended to be used for. If your data is only to be used inside your company, you only need to ensure that the data does not leave your company's network. If your data is used by the public, you may need to put protection on your data to stop it being copied and distributed. Microsoft offers Active Directory Rights Management Service to provide digital rights management in your organization. It is beyond the scope of this course to go into too much detail about how this service works. Active Directory Rights Management Service is supported in the following Microsoft products: Microsoft Office 2003 and 2007, Exchange Server 2007, and Internet Explorer through the use of an add-on. Using Active Directory Digital Rights Management Service, you can encrypt your data in these products, ensuring that the only users that have authorization to these services can decrypt and access the data. Protected Media Path attempts to prevent the decrypting of protected data from an attacker. Consider this example. The end user in this example asks for a file from a file server. In order to read the file, they must get a certificate from Active Directory Rights Management Service. Once the document is decrypted, it is then displayed on the user's screen. This presents a problem. Once the data is decrypted and in the memory of the computer, it can be captured using software on the user's computer. The simplest example of this is using the print screen key. The data is safe on the server and when it is copied over the network, but once decrypted, it can be copied. The next problem arises from what is called the analog hole. The analog hole means that at some stage the data must change from digital form to a form that the user can see or hear. For example, a picture on your screen you can see with your eyes. Protected Media Path attempts to stop one of these problems. Protected Media Path provides a protected path from the original file to the decrypted results. This means capturing software cannot capture the decrypted data. The memory used in the process is isolated and thus protected. In the case of the video controlling program, the video controlling software can play the video, rewind, or fast forward. Think of the program like a remote control for your video player. However, the memory and software used throughout the process is protected. Protected Media Path has come under a lot of criticism as it prevents the use of open source drivers on your computer. If untrusted software is used in the Protected Media Path, then the media path is shut down. This helps prevent data capturing programs from capturing your protected media. This helps prevent the media being copied, but does not fix the problem with the analog hole. Let's have a look at the analog hole in more detail. Everything nowadays is becoming digital. The only thing that is unlikely to change is us humans. Human eyesight and other senses are analogued and cannot be connected directly into the digital world. Devices like TVs and speakers turn the digital world into something that we can hear and see. This is what is referred to as the analog hole. When companies try to protect their media, they try to design systems which use as much digital transmission as possible. Consider this example. A user is playing a DVD in their computer. The DVD is digital. The DVD's data gets processed as a digital signal inside the computer, but once any of the data goes to the monitor, it gets changed to analog. In this example, the user could put a capture device between the monitor and the computer. The video and sound from the computer can then be captured. In this example, it does not matter what kind of digital management is used or encryption is used. Once the output becomes analog, it can be captured. If the monitor in this example was replaced with a digital monitor, the output would not become analog until it is converted to an image on the screen. Hollywood and other companies are pushing for encryption to be used between the computer and the digital monitor, so the signal cannot be captured. If this were to occur, you would not be able to put a capture device between the monitor and the computer. The data between the two devices would be encrypted. Done correctly, the last place the data is decrypted is in the computer screen, making it very difficult to copy. You could still place a video camera in front of your screen, but you are going to lose quality. Hollywood and other parties are constantly pushing for this kind of technology to be implemented to help prevent unauthorized copying using the analog hole. It is unlikely that the laws will change in the near future. When thinking about how to protect your data, keep the analog hole and protected media path in mind. When protecting your media, there are a number of different ways that you can achieve this. Firstly, you can use Active Directory rights management services. Make sure that if you do decide to go ahead with this solution, that the software you are using supports it. If you want to protect your video and audio, you can use a third-party software that can be installed as an add-on to Windows Media Services. These add-ons will help protect your media if it is going to be accessible by the public. Lastly, if your media is not going outside your company's network, consider using authentication and authorization. In a lot of cases, you can simply protect your media using usernames, passwords, and file permissions. Keep this in mind before implementing a large-scale solution.